Spiritual bypassing, the hidden danger. Spiritual bypassing is a term coined by psychologist John Wellwood to describe a phenomena in which individuals use spiritual practices or beliefs to avoid or escape from uncomfortable or painful emotions and situations. In other words, spiritual bypassing is a defense mechanism that people use to avoid dealing with their problems by simply dismissing them as being unimportant, irrelevant, or illusory from a spiritual perspective. For instance, people may believe that their spiritual practices such as meditation or prayer or other ceremonies will automatically resolve their personal problems without making any effort to address them directly. Another example of spiritual bypassing might include denying the existence of negative emotions such as anger or sadness by insisting that everything is perfect and everything is fine and that nothing can disturb one's inner peace. It may also involve using spiritual practices such as meditation or prayer as a way to avoid confronting real-life problems or conflicts. For example, whenever an individual is involved in an unpleasant situation, they just walk away and start meditating or praying. Spiritual bypassing is akin to sweeping everything under the carpet, pretending it's not there. It is a tendency to use spiritual practices and beliefs to avoid dealing with difficult emotions, past traumas, and other personal issues. People use their belief in karma, a spiritual god or guru, or a particular church or organization to avoid dealing with either suppressed issues from their past or any real-world situations. While spirituality can be a valuable tool for personal growth and healing, spiritual bypassing can actually prevent individuals from facing and resolving their issues, leading to a lack of emotional maturity and personal development. Some more examples of spiritual bypassing: believing in false positivity. Believing and behaving like positive thinking and affirmations alone can solve all problems, neglecting to address underlying issues or negative emotions. Using spirituality as an excuse or as a way to justify bad behavior. An individual may use spirituality as a way to justify their actions, such as believing that their hurtful behavior was meant to happen, or that they are above negative emotions, or it's karmic. Using the theory of karma as a stick or a crutch. For example, doing something harmful to another and blaming it on that person's karma, or blaming one's own karma and never really making an effort to strive for greater in life. Using spirituality to feed a superior position, believing that one is better as their purpose is higher than others who don't practice a similar form of spirituality. This absolves one of any regrets and missed opportunities. It creates a sour grape scenario wherein what one can't reach, they rubbish. Spirituality to define one's identity. Identifying with a spiritual system so intensely that their mission becomes one's own. This opens the individual to exploitation by the system, or leads them to sacrifice personal wealth, family, and dreams at the altar of the mission. This is akin to becoming a fanatic. Lack of emotional maturity. By avoiding difficult emotions, an individual may never fully develop the emotional maturity needed to handle challenging situations. Inauthenticity. By constantly suppressing negative emotions, an individual may come across as inauthentic or disconnected from reality. Escalation of problems. Ignoring personal issues may lead to a build-up of negative emotions that can eventually lead to more significant problems such as addiction, depression, relationship breakdowns, financial distress, or physical illness. Some remedies for spiritual bypassing. Awareness. Rather than using spiritual practices to escape from reality, individuals can use them as a tool for self-awareness. Honesty. It's important to be honest with oneself, even brutally honest, about one's emotions and personal issues rather than denying or suppressing them. It also helps if you listen fairly to loved ones and not dismiss them, that what would they know. From a superior position of a spiritual aspirant, seeking help. Seeking professional help from a therapist or a counselor or a facilitator can provide individuals with the tools they need to work through personal issues in a healthy and productive manner. In conclusion, spiritual bypassing can be a tempting but ultimately unproductive way to deal with personal issues. By acknowledging difficult emotions and seeking out help when needed, people can develop the emotional maturity. Spiritual practices and beliefs can provide comfort and guidance, but relying solely on them to avoid dealing with personal issues can lead to spiritual bypassing. By using these practices and beliefs as tools for self-awareness and growth, people can develop the emotional maturity needed to handle life's challenges and enrich our lives with authenticity and grace. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, do remember to subscribe.